Hey everyone.
Good evening, everyone.
We got your daddy, April, and Hunt. And Bailey.
Bailey don't count. She ain't got time for this, apparently. There she is. Look.
Oh, there's Cheyenne. Cheyenne, I was about to text you.
Speak of the
I
black.
just said.
Speak of the black heart herself.
I just said I gotta see where my friend is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's
She better not be on here tonight talking about mine Bo's painting skills. She come over
Was
there.
it good?
No, it wasn't good. She come over there last night like, you should have done it this way. You should have done this. I'm like, Cheyenne, like, come on. It's dark.
I mean,
we're just trying to prove a point here.
Right. Right. But I mean, she probably wasn't wrong.
She wasn't wrong, but the part she was talking about, it was actually okay. It was the rest of it once we shined a light on it. And Dalton said, well, we had these in our pockets the whole time. Yeah, I know. We could have shined a flashlight.
Yeah, you could have.
But we didn't.
Mm-mm.
But we didn't.
She said April and Tab are going to have something to say about that.
She did say that. Yeah.
April went up there earlier. She must not have noticed it.
She probably just didn't want to say nothing.
No, she would have told me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Good times. Okay.
I was just going to say.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No,
since you're on top.
Please.
So, as y'all can see, I posted some verses in the chat. So, anyway, we'll be using those tonight. That's all.
Is that all you wanted to say?
Yeah.
You cut me off so you could say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
So yeah, those are the verses we'll be using. I'll read it. It's 1 Corinthians. I was on a mission to get the cleaning done, and we appreciate that.
Yeah, we do.
And don't look. If you go back up there, I'm gonna try to get it fixed.
Oh, Hunt, we still got that thing unplugged. We forgot about it probably. The printer wasn't working last night. It was a bad situation. Everybody tried to fix it.
Y'all tore up the printer?
No, we didn't tear it up. It tore up itself.
Who was the last person to use it?
April.
April tore up the printer.
No, it just went black on April. Bailey, it says my AirPods just connected to the computer. Sorry y'all had to hear that, but
I didn't know the printer tore up.
Yeah. You don't know a lot about what goes on up there. We couldn't fix it, so it didn't matter.
And y'all didn't even ask me. Like,
you can't.
I am Mr. IT.
That's a lie, guys. Anything that has to get set up in the house, I have to do it.
I could have fixed it. I may just go up there tomorrow and fix it.
Yeah. Well, at this point, hopefully it's reset and you can just plug it in. If not, we got a problem. And of course, I didn't buy the warranty.
Of course not.
Because I mean, who buys warranties?
Who buys the warranty? Oh, I'm going to look at the door now, and I hooked it up, but it still won't connect to my phone, and I didn't have time to worry about it. No, don't go look at the door. It's fine.
That's funny.
Yeah, it needs more than one coat. April. So when you go up there and look, just think that's the first coat. Second coat's going to be a whole lot better.
Yeah. Okay.
Than that was.
That's good.
Yeah. 1 Corinthians 13, verse 4 through 8.
Well, not all of 8. 4 through part of 8. She says she'll give you her honest opinion.
Why are you even going, April? Don't worry about it. Just wait and see the finished product.
Oh, boy. Anyway.
Can I read the Word of God now?
Yeah, but you don't need to lie to these people and tell them.
It is 1 Corinthians 13, verse 4 through the first 3 words of verse 8. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. Oh, wait. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. And that would be the first three words of verse 8.
Yep.
So I want you guys to read that, and then in the comments, put which one of those things stands out the most about what you think love is. I didn't realize this. There are 15 things in those 4 verses that tell what love is. So I just want you to pick one of those 15 and write in the comments what you think. What stands out the most to you? What jumps out at you when you read what love is? Is it the patience, kindness, the goodness? Or that's not, okay, I'm doing the fruits of the Spirit now.
Kinda.
Yeah. So which one of those things right there stands out to you the most? And we're going to go through them tonight and talk about each one of the 15 if she can act right.
I can. I can act right.
Well, you ain't doing a good job of it so far.
It's not my fault.
It's 100% your fault.
I feel like Bo. Oh.
Oh, man. So, giving you guys a minute to put in your comments there. Don't leave me hanging.
Yeah. And I went and got my IV today, guys. Finally.
She finally went and got her IV.
And it was great.
Love always protects. Interesting.
I like it.
Thanks, April.
Yeah, thanks, April.
And I'm still locked out of my bank account. So.
He is. Does not dishonor others. Well, that's good, Bailey. We need some Wheel of Fortune and not Jeopardy music.
Not self-seeking, perseveres. All right. Josh here. So me and Jonathan, he was asking me what it was about tonight, and he said, "Well, I ain't shared nothing on Facebook about it." I was like, "Yeah, actually we have." And Josh come around, and Jonathan said, "You watch the podcast?" He was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Slay's podcast." He was like, "I didn't know he had a podcast."
Oh, hey, Whitney. Hey, Jonathan.
Jonathan was like, "How did you not know?" And it went on for a few minutes. So he's pretending he's Josh.
Oh, okay.
So Josh couldn't watch tonight. He was like, "I'll start watching, but I can't tonight." And we were like, "Oh, of course you can't."
That's funny.
Hey, Whitney, Jonathan. So, yeah.
You want to catch them up.
Yeah, Whitney, Jonathan, if you scroll up a little bit in the comments, you'll see where 1 Corinthians 13, verse 4 through the first part of verse 8, it's what tells what love is and what love is not. There's 15 things there, and I just wanted you guys just to type which one of the things jumps out to you the most in the comments, and we're going to cover all 15 of them tonight, or attempt to anyway. We'll try to cover them all. I don't know. She's off the rails tonight. So. She got that IV, and she got a little pep in her step. She's all excited.
Feel good. I wish I could do it every day, but that's how you blow a vein. So can't do that.
Send people to rehab for stuff like
that. For
that.
Vitamins?
Yeah.
Yeah, addicted to vitamins.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, I mean injecting things.
Oh.
Probably not the vitamins. Flintstones would probably be okay.
Yeah. I've heard, though, if you take too many Flintstones, that it can put you in the hospital. So, yeah, you probably shouldn't Probably shouldn't go take too many Flintstones either.
I
And I
won't.
probably shouldn't go get too many vitamins injected. That's probably why they tell you once or twice a month.
I remember Flintstone vitamins being really good, but I don't remember when the last time I ate one was. It was terrible.
It's when the kids were little. Oh, we loved them.
Oh, the grape ones were fantastic.
Oh, I liked the red ones.
No, the grape ones. Yeah.
You're whatever, Bailey. Look, Bailey, we didn't get good stuff when we were kids, okay?
Well, it didn't get any better than Flintstone vitamins. What are you talking about?
Maybe they changed them by the time she was a kid.
Yeah, they probably took
out
the good stuff.
preservatives
They probably took the good stuff out of them, the unhealthy stuff.
Yeah, April said IV's making me feel good. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, anyway, so love is patient. So patience. We're gonna refer all this back to marriage tonight, not necessarily just love in general amongst human beings, but it all applies. It's probably harder. I don't know.
Mm.
Is it harder to show love in this way to y'all got vitamins? Yes. I probably didn't have them all the time.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I probably didn't have vitamins all the time.
But whenever she remembered
like
to
a
get
special,
them,
like, hey, I went with her to, and I was like, hey, let's get some Flintstones. That's probably
now my kids, they still take vitamins.
they take a
I take vitamins.
they take a hodgepodge of stuff every night, all of them.
Yeah, it's good for you.
I take nothing.
You should.
Did the IV really make you feel more energized? I need to get one. If so, I'm struggling.
Yes,
hey, Mom.
It really did, Whitney. Hey, Mom Sharon. It was great. 10 out of 10 recommend it.
Okay.
I got the Myers cocktail or something.
The what?
The Myers cocktail or something. I don't know. It had a bunch of stuff in there, and then I added 2 more things.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mixing up your own IV, huh?
He mixed it up for me, actually. It was pink.
Yeah. So, anyway, love is patient. I would think in marriage, it has to be patient because you're playing the long game. If when she and I got married, she expected me to be the man that I am today, 2 weeks after we got married, we wouldn't have lasted.
No.
If I expected her to be the woman she is today, we wouldn't have lasted. It requires us looking at each other, seeing each other's faults, but also verbalizing things that you don't necessarily like or things that you want to see changed, because obviously I can't change what I don't know she wants changed. If she doesn't tell me she wants me to change something, why would I change it?
Right.
Or vice versa. If I don't tell her, why would she change it? But then it goes back to the patience. Okay, I told him it's got to be it's a process.
And depending on what the thing is, depends on how long you should give them to change said thing.
Yeah, some things I can't fix her and she can't fix me. So I think the patience is in allowing God to work in her and in me to fix the things that I see, but also allowing God to work in me to fix the things that she sees in me. Serious things need to be addressed immediately.
Yeah.
And also, we can't apply, how did I say it earlier? If Dre asked me one more time if he should change his surgery, I'm going to scream. I'm working on patience. If the man needs to change his surgery, then change his surgery. If he don't, then send him home. we can't apply the rules of Scripture for a believer. We can't apply those rules to the unbeliever. So an unbeliever's marriage is not going to look like what a believer's marriage should look like. Those of us who are following Jesus should be uh, displaying this kind of love. We can't expect, this is God's love, and we can't expect humans to show that love without God in the marriage, in the midst. It's a marriage of two instead of a marriage of three. So it's patience. It's her example, as we were talking earlier, was, so I asked a question that I needed an answer to. We have a wedding Saturday. I'm what do you call it when you do the wedding?
Officiating.
I'm officiating said wedding. And so I asked the question of her, hey, is there some sort of rehearsal that I'm supposed to be at that we should go to? And she said, are you serious?
I said it nice though. I was smiling when I said it. I
Yeah,
said,
she said, are you serious?
That's what I said.
Yeah. And I said, yeah, I'm serious.
And then I start rolling laughing.
And then she's dying laughing. And so apparently we had already had this conversation. When?
Yes.
How long ago was it?
I don't know.
Couple months, 3 months?
Bruh. This week.
It was 100%. It was 100% not
ago.
This week.
Okay.
So apparently we had already had this conversation, and she said, you don't listen to anything, or you don't remember anything. And she said, I show patience to you because you just can't remember anything. You don't listen to anything. And while true, once I was reminded very in great detail.
Because I said, go look up the pictures on your phone between you and I.
Yeah, there was receipts. So I went and looked up
picture of the invitation.
Yeah, she sent me she screenshotted it and sent it to me. So
because I said, bruh.
I had no, when I say no recollection, I was riding down the road today thinking to myself, man, I feel like I should probably be at the rehearsal. And I
was looking at Bailey.
I feel like I should probably be at the rehearsal, and I hadn't heard anything about a rehearsal, but the wedding's Saturday, so I would figure it would be tomorrow night, and I probably need to ask about that when I get home. And I did.
And he did.
I asked about it when I got home, and I was met with
hysterical laughing.
Yeah. But it's patient. So that brings us to point 2. Love is kind.
That's why I was laughing earlier. It's kind.
Did my words today leave my spouse built up or torn down?
It should have made you feel like, oh, when she talks, I should listen. That's what it should have made you feel like. That's what my words should have made you feel like. Man, I feel bad for not ever listening to anything she says.
I didn't feel bad about that because I listened when we talked about it. I just forgot. We had a whole conversation about it.
And then you try to act like I didn't tell you.
But I forgot. I didn't remember that you told me. Not that I didn't. There's nothing they can do about that now.
Yeah, and so Bailey was sitting with me when we had this whole conversation. So then I called her, put her on speaker, and I'm like, listen to what your daddy just asked me. So then I tell her, and she says the same thing. Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, it's not just refraining from being harsh. It's actively doing good.
I thought I was doing good. It could have went a lot different. I could have been like,
Did my words today leave my spouse built up or torn down?
where'd they leave you?
I felt a little beat up.
Did you?
I did.
So sorry. I'm so sorry that you felt beat up.
Well, it was you caused it. It was
No, you caused it.
It was your words. You could have just said, "Yeah, babe, remember I sent you that message," and I'd have said, "No, I don't remember."
And then I said, "Do you remember? I called you on the phone." And then you'd be like, "No, I don't remember."
I don't remember. And then, but we would have got there. I would have remembered.
But at that point, I'd have been irritated.
That's when you show patience.
I think patience was whenever I told you.
That's when you show patience.
I told you.
And kindness.
I did that. But if I'd had to keep repeating myself, I wouldn't have been showing as much patience anymore.
Did my words today leave my spouse built up or torn down?
You sound like a broken record.
Well, I feel like I have to keep saying it.
Well, you know what? You want me to tell you how it made me feel? Torn down. You want me to tell you why?
Well, I didn't even say anything.
Because you don't listen to anything I tell you.
That's
you can't remember and listen to anything I tell you.
That's misinformation.
That's true.
That is misinformation. I listened. I heard it. I just didn't remember it. I just didn't remember the conversation.
Because it wasn't important to you.
Okay.
You remember things that you want to remember.
I can't argue that. It was important to me today, though.
Yeah.
And I needed to know. That day, it probably was the farthest thing from my mind. But today, I needed to know, and it wasn't there for me to pull it out. So love is patient, and love is kind. Full display. My patience is on full display. Love does not envy. We both thought this one was odd, but I guess it happens.
It was in the family calendar, Cheyenne. Thank you. Thank you, Cheyenne. What? Thank you very much.
What is going on right now?
I wish Bailey would comment. Oh, Bailey tried to comment, guys, but it wouldn't let her.
It was in the family calendar. I don't look at the family calendar.
And that's my problem? No.
People tell me when I'm supposed to be places.
I did.
It was too long ago.
Right, I said, are they? No. No, we're definitely not in a fight.
Oh, my goodness.
He's joking with me. And I'm joking with him. But he really didn't remember.
I didn't remember at all. Like, when I say I had no recollection, I mean none at all. If nobody would have said anything about it, I would have not shown up tomorrow and not thought twice about it.
Well, I would have made him show up because I would have reminded him tomorrow. I would have been like, don't forget now, tonight you got to blah, blah.
And I'd have said, oh, man.
Yeah.
For real, I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah. She was worried about it.
Yeah. So it does not envy. You got to ask better questions like, hey, baby, when is that rehearsal dinner again? But the thing was, if
he didn't remember.
You just got to get in his brain, man. There's not much room. There's not much room. A lot of bad decisions in my past ate up a lot of good storage.
Yeah.
And so if it's yeah.
Yeah.
So love does not envy. I can't be jealous of what she has or or what she's doing, and same with her.
It's weird.
I'm
to me.
I should be her biggest fan, and she should be my biggest fan, not
competing
with each other or whatever. that just seems um
Strange.
that's the complete antithesis of what marriage should be or is. We're we're one and we're going the same direction. If she succeeds, I succeed. If I succeed, she succeeds. If she fails, I fail. If I fail, she fails. I shouldn't be happy to see her fall or her to see me fall.
Right.
Like, so love does not envy. Um
And I think a lot of times that happens whenever a wife stays at home and the husband works. You see that a lot
I would say you see that, or you also see.
when the wife is more successful than the spouse.
That's what I was gonna say. When the wife is bringing home more than the husband gets envious
Mm-hmm.
of the wife because it's just bred into men to be
Yeah.
the provider. And does it make it right that he feels that way? No.
No, sometimes he could work harder. I mean, I'm just stating facts here. You don't want to feel that way, you know what to do? Get after it.
Yeah, if you if your wife being more successful than you doesn't give you a drive to want more, and I question a lot about your manhood. But that doesn't mean I want to see her fail.
Right.
No, I'm just gonna go out in it and not in a competitive way. I
Right.
just want to know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. That
Yeah.
I'm fulfilling my God given role in the house to be the provider, not to tear her down or belittle her
Right.
or make her less than me, but I'm supposed to be the provider. And if I can't do that, then I am going to feel some kind of way, but not towards her.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be envious of what she has. I'm just going to give more.
Luckily, he's never had to worry about that. Not really. I mean, there was a short period of time I made more money than him, but for the most part of the marriage, he's made more money than me. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But what I was saying about women, whenever I've seen it, like, because they're staying home with the kids or whatever. And so they're like, well, he gets to go out, and then he gets to make the money, and then he gets to tell what to do with the money because that's a lot of times the case. And then they're like, and, whatever. Like, sometimes, they might have quit college or quit a successful job so they could stay home. And then it turns into their envying their spouse because they're like, well, here it is. All I get to do is stay home with these kids and cook and clean and do laundry and whatever. And he gets to go out and like talk to people that are outside of the house and blah, 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 blah. But I don't know. I never felt that way.
Yeah.
Like, but a lot of that was if I wanted to get out of the house, that's just what I did. And I see women a lot of times, they complain, like how I was just saying, but then they don't do anything to change their situation. They just sit at the house and then complain that they're sitting at the house. Well, then leave the house.
Yeah.
It's real easy. You just get in the car and go somewhere. It's what I used to do. He would come in sometimes and I'd be like, all right, you're in, I'm out. I'd go to the gym, I'd go to Target, whatever, when they were little, because I needed that. So to keep that balance sometimes, what you have to do.
Yeah. Love does not envy. Love does not boast. Love doesn't throw things in the spouse's face. Of, I think it goes on in the next one to say that about pride, but love doesn't boast. And when I think that, I think of like, look what I did for the family. But what have you done for the family? Look what I do around this house. What do you do around this house? Like things like that. And that is a big thing amongst
Married
married
people.
people for sure. That it's a huge deal. I do this, 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 and this, and all he does is this. Well, okay. Are you do you celebrate him for that? Does
Does he celebrate you?
does he celebrate you for all
All of
these
those things?
things? If so, then good, but don't
And if you want more out of him, that's what you need to tell him.
yeah, don't belittle what I do so that you can
But that
elevate what you do.
but that also goes back to if they have communicated it and you're not doing anything about it, well then that's a problem.
Yeah.
So, I mean, sometimes, you see maybe they're saying, I'm doing all of these things and you're not doing anything because they're trying to communicate, you need to get off your butt and do something.
Yeah.
But that's what they should say.
You can get off your butt and do something. Yeah.
Should say.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably shouldn't say it like that. I mean, I probably would, but
Yeah, give them a list. I want
yeah.
you to do this, this, and this.
And then you wait 2 years and then maybe they'll get those things done.
You ain't got to remind me every 6 months. I'm going to get it done. Promise.
Oh.
In my time, in the Lord's time,
Mm-hmm.
it'll get done.
Or you just do like me and you just get somebody over here to do whatever the thing is.
Yeah, that's what I found to be the easiest.
He just works too much
Just
for
get
me to give him a list of things. I just get somebody
Just get somebody to do it.
to do it.
Yeah. Once you've told me 3 or 4 times and it hadn't been done yet,
Get somebody to do it.
just get somebody. I'll understand.
Yeah.
I won't let it hurt my pride at all.
Let it hurt his pocket, but not his pride.
No. Yeah. So love does not boast. Love is not proud. Says pride is poison in a marriage because it resists humility and apology. Like this is a tough one. Like
For who?
for me.
Oh. Well, I didn't know what you were saying. I thought you were just saying in.
No, I'm saying
Oh.
for me, because I find it hard to apologize. Most of the time. Most times. So yeah. Pride makes you forget your humility. In in reality, how did I say it to you earlier? I care more about us than I care about being right.
Mm-hmm.
But pride will make you think otherwise. Pride will make you think, well, all that matters is that you're right. Doesn't matter how it affects your marriage. It doesn't matter how it affects this relationship or how it affects your spouse.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that matters is that I'm right. And everything else takes a back seat to that. And I got a little issue with that. Sometimes. Maybe not as much now as I used to. Maybe.
I agree with that.
But it's still there, and it's still, something that I have to beat down and keep pushed down below the surface.
And that is not one of my struggles.
No. She apologizes all the time to the point where I'm just like, you shouldn't even apologize about that.
But if it makes me feel just a little bit like, I don't know, sorry, then I apologize.
Yeah. Whereas in my mind, it's just like, well, I'm right. I'm right. Yeah. I know you don't get that. I don't guess. But somebody that has pride that deals with that would understand that if I feel like I'm right, everything else in my mind is just like.
No, I don't get that because I don't care if I'm right. Like, hurting someone to me is like the like worst thing you can do to someone.
Well, that's what I was saying.
Yeah. So like no, I can't like what is it I always say? If I understood it, then I would be like that.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
Willa said. Was it,
No, Mama Joyce
was it Mama Joyce?
said. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Which is
it,
why it's hard.
yeah, you got to get to that. You got to get to that place where you can tell yourself, this is more important to me than being right.
Yeah.
And so being right now has to take a back seat. And it doesn't matter if I'm right. It doesn't matter if I think she's wrong. I can be prideful right by myself. Like you gotta think that way. You know, is it worth it?
Yeah, my nana used to say, if it's not worth leaving over, it's probably not worth fighting over. Meaning, it's not worth being like, well, I'm right about this if it's not worth leaving over.
Right.
And she was married over 50 years, so I took that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she was like, some things are just conversation worthy, and then that's the end of it. It's not worth arguing about.
Love is not proud. Love does not dishonor others. What do you think when you hear that? I think the way we talked about it was being disrespectful
Yeah.
to your spouse or trying to embarrass your spouse
In front of someone
in
else.
front of someone else, belittling them, making them feel less than.
Yeah. Like when I'm around someone, they do that. Like it makes me want to like crawl under a table. It stresses me out so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, you should always be lifting each other up
It's
and
go ahead.
no.
I was just gonna say it's one thing to like joke about tiny things or whatever, but if it's like things that you know bother them, you shouldn't even joke about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Speak well of your spouse in public and in private.
Yeah.
Don't, like, when you go around bad mouthing your spouse to your friends or your family, that's the view they have of them.
Mm-hmm.
So they carry that perception of them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Every time they come in contact with them, they're gonna treat them how you speak about them,
Right.
whether they mean to or not.
Yeah. I agree with that.
If I go around telling everybody how sorry you are,
Mm-hmm.
that's how they're gonna look at you when they see, oh, she's so sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
which is not true, but
no, it's not
yeah.
true. I hadn't told anybody that anyway.
That's good.
Love does not dishonor others. Love is not self-seeking. Yeah, it's not about me. We say this on here all the time.
Yeah.
It
At all. Like this is one of the most selfless things you'll ever do. This and raising children.
Yeah, I have to look out for her needs ahead of my own needs. She has to look out for mine ahead of hers. You know, you have to put our kids' needs ahead of our needs. Like, that's what love does. Love says, I am second.
Yeah.
And that's a hard thing for a human being to do in their own
Strength
and ability. And in our flesh, that's a hard thing to do because we're all about self-preservation. But gospel is all about dying to self.
And I would say some people that's harder than others.
Yeah.
That's something like I don't struggle with that. I'm not going to say there's not times that it's not hard, like occasionally, but It's not something that I struggle with.
Yeah.
Never have, really.
It's not self-seeking. Put your spouse first. Put yourself last. Humble yourself. Get low. Love is not easily angered.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a time in my life where I could have read this verse, a lot, and different parts of it would have stood out to me. Like what I could read it today, and one part stand out to me, and then in 5 years I could read it in a different part stand out to me. But there was a time in my life that I really could have read this, and this is what should have stood out to me. Whether it would have or not, I don't know. But love is not easily angered. Anger destroys relationships. It destroys intimacy. It destroys marriages. It destroys people. It ang- anger to me, anger and pride,
They go hand
they
in
go hand in
hand.
hand. Uh, I was one of the most. I wouldn't say I was an angry person, but I had anger issues
Yeah.
that just would boil over, and I would just explode and blow a gasket,
He he just didn't have
and no self control.
self-regulation.
Yeah, had no self control, no, none at all. And like you look back now, and it's embarrassing that I, did the things that I did at some points in my life
And
because
some things you don't even remember.
oh no, mm-mm. Yeah, it's not easily angered. Like the,
I was just gonna say I didn't ever really struggle with that with you. I didn't start struggling with
like my mom's gonna chime in on this. She ain't said nothing all night. She ain't said nothing all night, and here she comes.
um I struggle with anger, struggled past tense with anger more whenever one of the kids lied to me. Like that would set me off. Like I would lose myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's really the only thing I can think of that really got me just totally losing self control.
Yeah, I've seen some of those episodes.
I cannot stand lying. Drives me nuts.
Yeah, love shows calmness over explosions,
Yeah.
and I was explosive,
Yeah. He was.
like very explosive.
And no one believed it. I mean, his parents did. But whenever he and I had issues years ago, like, and told, I finally told my family, they were like, oh, he would never react that way. I was like,
Well, you don't live
you
with
think I'm
him.
making this up? Yeah. So, look, your mom said yes. Yeah. But I was thankful. I will say something about his parents. If I ever went to them with an issue, um, they were they always loved me, and they did not take his side if he was wrong. They would be like, "He was wrong," and they would, help walk us through it, and that I was thankful for.
Yeah,
Like they could have looked at me and been like, "Well, oh well, like
he's
he's
your
my
problem
son,
now.
yeah."
Yeah,
But
he's yours now. You deal with him.
they didn't. They were always so kind to me. anytime I needed them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thankful for that.
Yeah.
And that's why I think, my dad used to say to me all the time, you have to look one step behind them and see who you're marrying. Because you need some family support sometimes. And in those instances, I saw what he meant. Like, if you were to have an issue with me like that, I mean, my dad would help you through it. My dad would be like, oh no, she's going to get it together or I'm going to beat her half to death.
Yeah.
So I think that's always good to have family that helps you.
Yeah, and some some people think that to avoid anger they just avoid the conflict or avoid the confrontation, but that's not healthy either.
Yeah.
You got to deal with it. You just got to take a minute and breathe and
Which is what I wasn't good at. That's what I've been working on. Well, I've conquered it now, but I was having to work on that for a while because
what's that?
taking
A minute. Yeah.
Because I want to handle something immediately. I don't like for something to because I felt like if we didn't handle it immediately, then we weren't going to handle it. But that wasn't the case. And I had to learn that. You can handle something and give it, 20 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever and come back to it. And a lot of times, whatever it was probably wasn't even that big of a deal anymore. Like, just breathe on it, pray about it.
Yeah. And a lot of those, I'll jump right to number 9 because it'll tie in. Love keeps no records of wrong. Keeps no record of wrongs. So that anger would come out, and then all the things that had been bothering me or whatever, all of it starts coming. All the things that I didn't say anything about, all the things that I was holding on the inside of me, and instead of dealing with, was just kind of just covering them up. It would all come out at one time, and by the end of the explosion, the end of the argument, we're so far from what it started that it's crazy. I can't think of an example, but you could start arguing about the color of the blinds or the color of the curtains, and by the end of it, I don't know. I don't know. I can't think of
Arguing
anything.
about something from 6 weeks ago.
Yeah, like
it was,
yeah.
and so that keeps no records of wrongs. That really is me in a lot of ways because a lot of times I can't even remember. I'll be like, I don't even know what we're fighting for. Like, we'll start arguing about something and we'll get 10 minutes in. We don't really argue anymore, but we would get 10 minutes in and I'd be like,
well, at the beginning, we saw you were pretty good at keeping receipts.
oh, yeah.
We did see that.
I'm good at keeping up with what you're supposed to be doing. I absolutely am.
Right. No, I appreciate that. I'm thankful for that.
Yeah. But like whenever he changed and I forgave him, I can only I have to really think about things that happened in our past to remember them. Like I truly I tried to forget it because you changed and that's not who you are anymore.
Mm.
But that's the thing, keeps no records of wrongs. Yeah, but if they're still currently doing those things, it's real hard not to.
Yeah,
If he was
keeping record, you just never quit.
Right.
Like you're still doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Like
once he changed, I didn't I do not bring up, oh, well, 10 years ago you were angry. I mean, like,
Yeah, like
that's crazy.
once it's forgiven, don't bring it up again.
Yeah.
Like, don't just keep going back to the same event, to the same thing. Like, if I tell you I forgive you for whatever it may be, in 6 months, I can't go and when I'm losing the argument, I can't go
Right.
and bring that back up.
Right.
Like, no,
It's done.
you forgave that.
Yeah. And
Like,
if you
okay.
didn't, then you need to talk about it.
So, yeah, it's like, thank God, literally, that when we are forgiven, when we come to Christ, then we are forgiven. We are truly forgiven. Our sins are forgotten. They are cast tossed into the sea of forgetfulness. They are cast as far as the east is from the west, and that's it. They are no more. And thanks be to God through His Son Jesus that He don't bring it back up.
Right.
Right? He don't come to us and say, "Well, you remember that time you did this? Well, I forgave you for that." And
Right.
but
And that reminded me of, we've talked about this a bunch of times. Sinning and living in sin's different. So keeping records of wrong and it's just still happening is different.
yeah.
Like, if it's still a current situation, you're not keeping records of wrong. You're still living in that sin. And the other person's still having to deal with the aftermath of something you can't get rid of.
Yeah, I ain't bringing up old stuff if you did it 30 minutes ago.
Right.
After you did it yesterday and the day before
Right.
and the day before. I'm not bringing up old stuff.
And bring up current issues.
I'm bringing up stuff that you need to address now.
Yes.
And then we can move past it,
Yeah.
hopefully. And it can be forgiven.
Yeah.
And then we won't bring it up anymore. Why? Because you're not doing it anymore.
It's the same thing with your kids. If your kids, if you have a kid that cannot tell the truth, like you caught them in a lie, and then it goes 6 months, you catch them in another lie. It goes a month, and you catch them in another lie. It goes 6 months, you catch them in and it's just continuous throughout their life. It's a pattern. So whenever they lie to you and you bring up all those other times, you're not bringing up old stuff. You're bringing up the fact that they're a liar and you're trying to help them.
You're a liar, and here's the evidence.
Yes. So at that point, like, no, you're not bringing up old stuff. Like, I can forgive you for lying to me, but I haven't forgot the fact that you're still currently doing it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That would be like someone beating their wife. Well, they hit her 3 days ago, and now they're not going to do it anymore, but then a week later, they decide they're going to hit her again. Well, she hadn't forgot about a week ago whenever it happened.
You didn't stop being a wife beater.
Right.
If you're still beating your wife.
Yeah.
Or
Same
or
situation.
you got intentions on beating her in the future. Like,
right.
That's not.
Yeah.
You're still a wife beater.
Right.
Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. Love does not feed on sin. It does not feed on bitterness. It does not feed on gossip or any of the such.
Mm-hmm.
Love is all about faithfulness, trustworthiness, and building each other up, doing what's good. It does not delight in evil. Love does not like evil.
Mm-hmm.
It likes good. The enemy loves to bring people together by the common dislike.
It's true.
If there's a person that me and Jim Bob don't like, neither one of us like this person, nothing is going to bring us closer than talking about that person. We're going to become best friends because of our dislike for that person. Well, that's not love.
Right.
Me and Jim Bob don't really love each other.
No.
Because love doesn't delight in evil, and what we're doing is evil. We're talking about this person. We're being ugly about this person. Love delights in good. Celebrate transparency, integrity, and godly living. That's where love's found. Number 11, we're getting close. Love always protects. That was somebody's.
April's.
Love always protects. Protect your spouse's heart, their reputation, and their trust. That's a big one. I think protect their trust.
Yes.
Because when you lose your spouse's trust, it's very, very hard
To come back.
to get that back. Very, very hard.
Yes.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah. And if they do forgive you for whatever, I think there's a lot of forms of infidelity in marriages. Now, not what the Bible talks about whenever it talks about divorce, but like there's, obviously physical infidelity, but there's financial infidelity. Like if you're doing something and you're hiding it from your spouse, that would be financial infidelity. And that's lying. If you're, doing,
Emotional infidelity.
I was about to say, yeah. And then, if you're doing anything in secret, you're not being faithful to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So be a safe place for your spouse, emotionally, physically, spiritually. You need to be they need to feel safe when they come to you. They need to feel like they are protected when they come to you, not like you're gonna, I don't know, tell them their feelings don't matter or they're you just got to feel like you care, like you love them, and you're there for them, and you're going to protect them, and you're not going to let anything happen. And so, like, always my go-to is it's going to be all right. Yeah.
No matter what.
Well, what's the worst that could happen? It's going to be all right. We're going to get through this. We got through the last thing. We're going to get through this thing, and we'll just keep going. Now, obviously, we can both feed into each other's fear or whatever, but that's not protecting each other. No. Everything's falling apart. This is terrible. You know what? You're right. This is terrible. What are we? That's not going to solve anything. Somebody, if best case scenario would be both people are like, you know what? It's going to be okay. When she's going off the deep end, I have to be that person that says it's going to be okay. When I'm going off the deep end, she has to be that person that says, hey, it's going to be okay.
And we are.
Yeah.
We truly are.
You got to be that person. You can't have two people going off the deep. Somebody's got to be holding back. Somebody's got to be pulling the other one back. Because if not, you're both going off the cliff.
Someone has to stay in the boat. Is what I always say. Someone has to stay in the boat. If not, y'all are going to drown. Like one of those people, you got to stay in the boat. Yeah. And you got to hold the other one up. Like it's just the way it is.
Yeah. Marriage is 100%. Some days 50-50. Some days it's 90-10.
That's right.
Some days it's 100-0.
Yeah.
But it's 100%. It's not always, people say marriage is 50-50. No. 100%. Somebody's going to be picking up the short end more days than not.
That's right.
So just be ready for it.
Yeah.
And be that protection that your spouse needs. Love always trust. We just said it. It's the foundation of intimacy. It's the foundation of marriage. If there is no trust, there is no marriage, really. There is no relationship. Everything's going to fall apart.
You're just cohabitants at that point.
Yeah. And another thing, trust is important, but if they haven't given you a reason, if they haven't broken that trust, stop accusing them of stuff.
Agreed.
Like it is like.
That's crazy to me.
Love gives the benefit of the doubt before just assuming someone did something wrong. Does my past behavior make you believe that I would do this, or are you just assuming I did this? Why? You're not giving me the benefit of the doubt. Have I ever done this?
Yeah.
You know?
Like, I've never accused him of cheating on me,
No.
ever. And
You know why?
he's never given me a
Because
reason
my
to.
behavior has never given her a reason.
But I will say this, if I was crazy, I could think that, because you got to think, you go into women's houses by yourself all the time.
Y-
So if I was insecure in who I am and in our marriage, I could 100% go down that real
Well, I
fast.
think that goes back to the benefit of the doubt.
Yes.
If I had given you a reason to think that, and I went in women's houses all the times.
Sometimes people, you don't have to give them a reason. They're just
Oh yeah,
loony.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, they're not giving that person the benefit of the doubt. They
Yeah.
have trust issues,
Yeah.
but love always trust.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, if I had given you a reason to not trust me in that way, I couldn't say anything about you,
Right.
making statements about me going into somebody's house or doing this or doing that. Like, yeah, that would be completely understandable. But love always trusts.
Yeah. And, you know, there was a situation before we ever got married. So I had a the only thing he was supposed to ever do was smoke weed, and I didn't care. Whatever.
I didn't know where this was going. I thought you were about to bring up a woman or something. I was like, I have no idea what you're talking
No,
about.
no, no, no. And before we were not even engaged yet, and he snorted coke, and I found out about it. Well, I just knew. I know him. I don't know why he thought that he was going to do that, and I wasn't going to know, but that's what he thought. But obviously, I know him very well. So, anyway. So, for a long time, he wouldn't go hang out with that group of friends by himself after that, so that I could earn his trust back, because he had broken my trust, and he could have acted like a crazy person and been like, well, I'm still going over there. I mean, you're acting crazy. I'm not going to do that. But he didn't, because he saw, oh, well, you know what? This is my fault. So I'm just going to do things to make sure she trusts me.
Yeah, and when you break somebody's trust, you can't just expect them things just gonna go back to the way they were. No, bro. You messed up. You're gonna have to fix something in order for that trust to be
Yeah. And eventually
regained.
he could have went and hung out with them, and I wouldn't have thought anything about it.
Yeah, come to find out, really didn't have anything to hang
In
out.
common.
Really didn't have anything to hang out about besides doing drugs. So
Yeah. So that ended that.
yeah,
But I didn't accuse him of doing them anymore. Like, I could have let that just be a huge problem in our relationship, but I didn't. I chose to forgive him, and I moved on. No, I'm not going to say that I didn't bring it up. I did. No, not for a long time, but if he like went and hung out with his friends, I would ask when he came home. Um, you know, but that wasn't me accusing him. That was me protecting myself at that point. So, you know, that's really all I was going to say about that.
love always trusts. Love always hopes. You got to think it's gonna get better.
Yeah.
You got to have hope that it's gonna get better. You gotta believe that things are gonna change. You gotta keep moving forward.
Yeah.
Hope looks for God's restoration, healing, and growth in a marriage.
It's good.
When things are tough, say God isn't done with us yet.
Yeah.
Love always perseveres. I think that was somebody else's. Hunts. Marriage is a covenant, not a contract. We can break contracts. Marriage is it's more than a contract. It's more serious than a contract. I think a lot of marriages are mislabeled because they're not really marriages.
I agree.
Two people enter into a contract with each other that when they get tired, they can break the contract and they can go on their separate ways.
Like, they don't try.
They don't try. We got irreconcilable differences. Well, that's not a real good reason
No.
to. You got irreconcilable differences because you apparently hadn't worked on them hard enough.
Yeah.
Marriage, biblical marriage, is not a contract between me and her. It is a covenant between her, myself, and our Creator that we will come together as one and we will serve Him in the advancement of His kingdom. That's the covenant.
Yeah.
I think worldly marriage is mislabeled. They can call it marriage if they want to. They can even call it same-sex marriage if they want to. It's not really marriage. It's just an agreement between two people that will do life together and that will share a last name. Well,
a lot of times they don't even do that.
Yeah. Okay. Where'd that? I don't even know where that come from. Where'd that come from?
What? Sharing a last
Sharing
name?
the last name. Yeah.
I don't know.
A good
Have to
question.
look that up.
But just because you share somebody's last name doesn't mean you're in covenant with them. That's why the divorce statistic that everybody always points out, this divorce rate is so high, and it's really especially high in the church. They say that, but if you really look at it, and you can go look at the statistics, a couple that is truly Christian, that truly follows what the Bible says, not just goes to church on Easter, not CEOs, not Christmas and Easter only Christians. We're talking about actual followers of Jesus Christ. The divorce rate is basically non-existent. Why? Because they have a covenant with their Creator that they're going to become one flesh and they're going to go after advancing the kingdom of God. Divorce among true followers of Jesus is basically non-existent. Now, there are people in the church that do get divorced, and that's fine. Like, whatever, there's forgiveness in that. We were talking about that earlier. She said, "Do you think you can be forgiven for that?" I said, "Well, yeah, obviously you can. The only thing that you can't be forgiven for is unbelief. Divorce happens. I get it."
I think I said that question wrong. What I was saying is, like, you could be forgiven for that, is what I meant by that. Not like I didn't mean it like
you could actively,
yeah.
Like, I think I in the context of the conversation, I think what we were saying was you're getting divorced for something is not a biblical reason to get divorced, right? Like, we're getting divorced for, like what she said a while ago, one of the examples she used, financial infidelity. That's not in the Bible, right? So is there forgiveness for that? Yes. There's forgiveness for that. But also, Paul says that if we're not equally yoked and the unbelieving one of us leaves, let them go. Let them go.
Yep.
So, don't beat yourself up. If you're not equally yoked, you're not equally yoked. That's why we're called to be equally yoked. Because if we're not, then it's not going to work. And if you're both of the world, it's not going to work. So it's a covenant. It always pushes through difficulties. It pushes through disappointments. It pushes through trials and tribulations and seasons of drought in marriage. You're not always going to feel the way you feel about her or him. Day to day, that's going to change. So don't let your love be based on feelings. And finally, love never fails. Never fails. Always shows up. Always there. Never goes away. Love never fails. It is a choice we make.
Yeah.
It is a choice that we make every day. It's not a feeling. Out of all those things, all 15 of those things, none of them were word based.
They're actions.
Word based. They were work based. You have to do something. Love is an action.
Yeah. It's a verb, not a noun.
Yes. So stop telling people you love them and show them that you love them. Don't just tell your spouse that you love them. Show them that you love them. And really, everything else takes care of itself.
Yeah.
All right. That's all I got.
All right.
I'm tapped
Love
out.
you too, Mama Sharon.
Love you, Mom. Love everybody
All right,
that
love
was on
y'all.
here tonight. See you guys
Next Thursday.
We'll be here.
We come back Thursday.
Yep. See y'all next Thursday, fresh off of Disney.
Bye.